Alright, we got, like, Aragorn's sword over here. A slightly broken standard issue Earthguard blade. Cool. And then this looks like an exit. Oh, we got a couple different options. A glow glass. Very common magic item. Oh, it's like a light. Oh, it's a light bulb. Alright. A guy. It's a guy. Do I want to go up here first? Spiral staircase, ancient architecture. Don't know which way to go. I'm gonna go... I have 3 viewers, and I found 3 on something, so I'm gonna go with... Oh, hold up. Hold up. This looks good. I've got more apples. Alright, so that's 1, that's 2, and this is 3. We're gonna go on the 3rd option, which is number 3. Alright, number 3. What's behind door number 3? There's a door inside the tunnel. It's locked. Alright, well, we tried. Let's go down. Stairs leading down, far into the city below. Alright. City sounds cool, but it sounds like it's the, like, end of, like, this prologue kind of thing. Yeah, let's see. Where do we think this goes? Spiral staircase, ancient architecture. Let's go. Alright. Ooh, look at the tree. Man, this is pretty. Holy crap, man. Looking inside, you find this pot to be empty. Most contain strange herbs or ashes. This one does not. The pot was recently emptied. You can still see remnants of dust at the bottom. Not corpse dust, is it? There is fear. You must grow sturdier. Leave the pot alone. Mushrooms, probably edible. Thanks. I'm just gonna take this. Random person I don't know. Hey, look, another dead person, probably. And we'll just come talk to this guy first, because I don't want to be a jerk wagon. Let's see. Behold. Okay. I know. That's cool. Dude, that's cool. So you can, like, see, like, a character sheet when you look at people. That's pretty cool. I don't know what any of this means, but that's cool. And intelligence, behold. So I roll it to see if I can do it. I go down to 9. Okay, so and then it tells me, dude, that's a cool feature, bro. Holy crap. Human reads folk, level 17, entrepreneur. The pale man handles corpses in a basement, a typical self-employed city contractor. Yeah, sure. You remember hearing about this man? He used to be a dentist and a surgeon. Oh, I see, and I got to roll. I see, so because I rolled so low, that means I didn't get 15, 20, or 20. Yeah, that's interesting. See, I think that would have been like all of those. Later, okay. What does trifle mean? Oh, that means like steal from. I don't think that's a good idea because I don't know what this man. He might be a boss of some kind. All right. The pale. His name is Visken, local mortician. He's got a hairline like mine. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work. His pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. That symbol, it's on a lot of official documents of the city. That is the Great Perch of Norvik. Great Perch. Great Perch, the drake-like sea creature found along River Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually the Great Perch became the symbol of his great city. Let's click on Earth. Earth, your god. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. Death. This is death. I am Visken, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you. Look around the room. Books and flasks litter the circular chamber. It's dimly lit and damp. There are several corpses present. Did you save my life? He puts down his pen. Your life is your own. You owe me nothing. However, I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. Of course. Must be confusing. To tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. They'd caught you in their net. Took you for a corpse. You were. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. So, I am in fact alive. The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. Alive. Once dead. Who were the fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. River guilders. River Guild, a company focused on fishing and farming on the river. Find them. They hold the truth. How did I end up in a river? Not a river. The river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad. There are 7 bridges over River Torna connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. I would never fall. I must have been an assassination attempt. How awful. Where can I find these fishermen? Where can I find these fishermen? He ponders your question. I did not ask for names, sorry to say. But perhaps Waterlane. That's just a guess. Waterlane. Waterlane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is a so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it's the reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges, considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you find them. I have some other questions, I think. Do you know? There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. That's not an appropriate response. Apologies, cleric. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. City below. City below, short for the city below the city. A phrase used to describe the incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff down there. Also riches if you delve deep enough. That's cool. That's a D&D thing. It is I think, a reference to, not the Underdark. What is it called? It's right here. Give me 1 second. It is a reference to... It's a reference to the ruins of... Man, I just looked at it. It is a reference, I think, to, and it's just a generic fantasy trope, the ruins of Undervik, which are the thing underneath Waterdeep, I think. City below the city. The city below the city. The vast ruins found underneath Norvik. Most define it as the part of the city not yet civilized, although there's a legal definition set in place for each individual district. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. HWBT, the Halfway Bridge Tribe, commonly called the Halfways, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik, and arguably the most influential, despite their small size, led by Lady Miska Sageleaf, with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden on Tolstad. Goblin Garden. Goblin Garden, a dwarven-built citadel sitting at the southernmost tip of Tolstad. It is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. Oh, so it's all a misunderstanding then. Good. It kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples? Fascinating behavior. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. He gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. Isn't that right, Ost? Yes, master. Bro, oh, he's over there. I didn't even see that guy. Oh my gosh. Did he I don't even know. Maybe he flopped down, but no, I did not see that thing with a crossbow that could kill me. Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. What do you mean, cleric? He must be punished. Just like that dude from Dexter. You're doing something weird here. I don't like it one bit. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. I will make sure to tighten up security in the future. This isn't... Ost, we'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screeched yell. Yes, master. I will also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. Let's see. You're clearly doing something shady here, so of course I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG. If there is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Holy moly, he just keeps going. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that the city still stands. Still stands. I'm sure a good word to your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well, especially with this great work you're doing on the tea shop. This... Make him quiet! I don't know if that's gonna... That's a... Alright, so I got a 1d20 plus 2, so technically, I think the better chances would be with charisma. Make him shut up. I don't want to fight him because I think that guy with the crossbow might kill me, so I'm gonna do... Resist his incredible wordplay. To complete this game. Let's go, and I failed. Yaki wawa. As the pale man blabbered on, you attempted to gather your thoughts and make some kind of point. Come on, just open your mouth and say something, darn it! I think that... I agree. And whatever compromise we do end up at, I feel lucky to have had your expertise here on this day. Who knows what would have happened otherwise? Stop muttering, just say it! Yell, I'm trying! At the top of your lungs. Your screech echoes throughout the chamber. For the first time, you see a genuinely baffled expression appear on his face. He keeps staring at you for a few uncomfortable seconds. Then he says, Cleric, with all due respect, perhaps you should see a professional. I lost HP, golly. His comment hits you in the heart and soul. The pale man has an overwhelming authority. I believe we are done with this particular topic. Anything else you need? DC 31. Oh man, there's no way I'm gonna make that. So I would need to hit a 20. I guess if you hit a 20 though, it's just you get to roll another one, I think, maybe. I require assistance with some things. Of course, cleric, anything for the city. I don't know where to go. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively fortverlad. Fortverlad, dwarvish word, meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought on from mental pain. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there is a certain rumor that our certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. Goblin chieftain? Lady, oh my, oh, ho, 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 ho. You're telling me there's lady goblins in this game? Alright, this game is game of the century. That's all I needed to hear. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She is down in the Goblin Garden, bro. Tell me where that is right now. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. Dragon of Tolstad added. They call her the Dragon of Tolstad. I'm not afraid of some goblin woman. The pale man stares at you for quite some time. I will offer you some advice, cleric. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would even go so far as to call her de facto lawkeeper here on this island fortress. Wait, this is part of the job? Talking with some petty goblin queen? You shut up, Dexterity. I'm gonna talk to that goblin queen and make her my wife, okay? You may find her at the southern tip of Tolstad, the pale man says and keeps scribbling on his papers in front of you. So, what do you know about spellcasting? Quite a bit. Can you teach me the magic? A slight smirk creeps onto his face. I sadly don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Until then, you are free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And, of course, here. Gain item Charm Person. Ooh. Copy of Charm. Oh, sorry, he's talking. A copy of Charm Person. It will surely be useful to you. A truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to higher tier spellcasters usually, despite its first level. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. If you care about such things. How do I get more spells? 2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the Palace archives. Let's click on the Palace. The Palace, an unofficial nickname for the current rulers of Norfolk, named after the Palace district in which most central authority resides. Or the Great Library in the Towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for either of those options. So I would suggest the other route. What's that? Spell scrolls. Oh yeah, I saw one downstairs. Yes, a piece out of my collection. Oh. You are very much allowed to indulge, Cleric. I'm glad to assist the city in any way. Now, Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strange caches, so you'll probably encounter more by just looking around. If you get your hands on a scroll, then just memorize it. Cantrips or spells, doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize them on the spot. I am! Strike a heroic pose. He nods to you and goes back to his writing. Can you explain the very basic of spellcasting? Oh, I mean, of course. As a wizard, you memorize spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. There's one downstairs by the apples. Where can I find more shrines? There's the Temple of Earth, of course. It's just up the stairs, past the pillar. There's also one on Water Lane View, I believe, past the trade post. You'll find more hidden around every corner. I can promise you that. Alright, that's all I have to ask about spellcasting. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant Ost. Treating a servant like that is despicable. Can I try casting on you instead? He stares at you. Waste of a spell slot, I'm afraid. You believe him. Danger. You called me cleric. I did, yes. What gave it away? He steps for a second and glares at you. A heavily armored man in Earth God colors, with a prayer book on his hip. Thoughts on land on the pages of spells you meticulously worked on for years. The book is not in your possession right now, but it must be near, if the Pale Man has seen you with it. They might have found you in the rivers, but you're clearly out of city stock. Botching these lines, sorry. They might have found you in the river, but you're clearly of city stock. Could be the habit. I'm combining both lines. I am indeed the cleric. Good for you. Your purpose is here. You serve the city as a cleric of the river. So I'd love to ask, what type of cleric are you? Type? Yes, if you are a clergyman, you might run a congregation for local religion or deity. Holy man on a holy mission. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking for the religious state. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. No, I am the chosen one. The Pale Man stops and ponders your response. Chosen for what? To die. Been there, done that. Really? Good luck with that. That's all the help I need, thanks. Great, anything else you wanted to ask? Let's try to figure out what's weird about this guy. I got a 3. You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually you feel stuck in your thoughts. I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. Oh, sorry, this is wrong. He's purple, so I messed up. I don't mean to imply no more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He is correct. Maybe you can get back to this later. Locked on failure and can be attempted again later. Alright, just like Disco Elysium. These checks are unlocked on a long or short rest or by spending shards of yore. But a roll with a very high DC should probably be lowered before attempting again. I'm gonna go now. Before you do, make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick, like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. A peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on it. I'm assuming it's yours. Yeah, sorry, I'm indecisive. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Oz to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry, over there. He then looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Beyond that, you should be good. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of River Torna. Darn. You'll have to pick up something new. Maybe a warhammer. Good. You do not need arms in this city. You need heart. Got it. The pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. These words burn a hole in your heart. Leave, now. Time to go. Alright. I need this. So, he didn't actually give it a pocket watch. Yours? In that cutscene, it fell down with him into the river, so I don't know. It probably is his. I was kind of hoping he would just give it to me in the speech, but I guess I have to actually pick it up. All right, +1 intelligence advantage in esoteric events. All right, and I'm assuming this is my spellbook. Wait, is that? Ruined prayer book, -3 intelligence. Dagger, damn it, man. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy, brackenish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Ascani writing. Of the most basic kind. Wait. Oh no. Ascani. Ascan, one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold, mountainous realm. It is your home. Someone has attempted to drive this to the best of their ability. No, no, no! By Earth. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It is ruined. That'll cost a fortune. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a disgrace. Take the ruined prayer book. My intelligence took a hit off that, so I don't... The stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron beams. Interesting. Behold, a thick tome lies upon the iron slab. Engage. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the page. While the symbols appear to be readable, you do not understand the language. The verbis draconum, ars occulta. The author's name appears to be Calum Demonori. Demonori. I feel like Brad Pitt in the glorious when he's trying to do the Italian accent. Arrivederci. Right, I need to get my hands on Can I try to read it? No. You have no idea what this means. Right, I need to get my hands on comprehend languages. Right. That is a spell you used to keep prepared all the time. Find a spell scroll, maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's a fairly common practice. Leave the tome alone. A tray of old incense. Some is still usable. I'm going to take that, wind it back. All right. Books. No. Too much reading. So many books. Basic manuals, arcanist, histories, novels, arcanist. Arcanist. The magocrats who ruled pre-Coast War humanized civilizations in Old Dominion. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Old Dominion, a term for Dominion, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. Coast War. Coast War, a decade-spanning conflict between every great nation of the Arcane Era. Scholars estimate that it claimed more than half of the entire human population. Arcane Era. Arcane Era, the fourth out of 5 eras, when the Arcanists rose and dominated the entire coast, only to fall when the coast was crumbled, their empires to dust. Only to fall when the coast war crumbled, their empires to dust. Continue. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. Read Collected Chants of Norvik by Patriarch Pillai. This is a printed edition of Pillai's work, but still old. Probably came from the earliest Norvikian printers. On the first page, a short message is hand-scribbled in the corner. My belief lay in the collected humanity of Norvik. May you remember that from this collection with honor and grace. Pillai D. Continue. Is this a handwritten message from the second patriarch himself? Protect this book with your life. This is a sacred artifact. Fascinating. To think the pale man held such a treasure on his shelf. Read the foreword. A Dream of Unity Under Earth. The book begins with a lengthy essay about the foundation of Norvikian cultural values. It's really like a guide, if anything, on what a Norvikian person is, how their values come from various tribes in the old country, and how together they have formed something greater under Earth. You've read this before, but you do get a better sense of what this all means now. It is, in some sense, a plea, a stern suggestion for every human in Norvik to lose any sense of former tribal identity. To embrace a new one, an Norvikian spirit. To give away the old and embrace the new. It is not a completely bad move to unite a folk, is to build commonality, to lower inequality, although of course there were many direct ways the state at the time made sure that the old did not remain in the shadows. Violence and oppression at times. The text directly explains how a new Norvikian culture will help the city grow and fight again inequity and injustice through unity. Mainly by being generous and not hoarding wealth, among other things. Ha! A naive thought. Then finally it does touch upon the connection with dwarves as well, and how the Norvikian spirit is not contained within humans only. It is not just blood, it is sweat and tears as well. Those folk who unite with us will not be seen as another. No, they too are Earth's folk. They too are Earth's guard. A lovely sentiment. Indeed, this is something to live up to. Read Torna's Lament. I went with you to foreign shores, my lord, my guard. I pray you keep from harm the beast each shard, a proof of your devotion. Thus I give myself to your folk. I give my life for a home at the river, in that sliver of land, to vanquish the beasts who roam, the evil who lair the fires that burn, to build a life along the rivers. Every shepherd knows the song, it bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. It is your favorite. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. This is a really great book. It is. Place the book back on the shelf. You do so, it fits nicely back into its slot. This book does not deserve you. If you were stronger, more capable, then perhaps you could have carried that weight. What? You really want that book? One day it could be yours. This is very confusing. There's some issues with stealing going on here. Just ignore it. Let us forget this for now. The book stares at you from the shelf. We're going to leave the books alone for now because that took a lot of time.